Hello everyone and welcome back to Paper Peony. I'm Kimberly Jones and I am an independent demonstrator for Stampin' Up. Today I have for you these really cute cards using the Brewed for You bundle in the annual catalog. It is a set with really cute beer and ale sayings. It has OL yes, which is adorable. Another round for your birthday. I owe you one or several. It comes with the bubbles and the foam. Really cute set. And then for the dies that pair with it is obviously the glasses, and then the actual inserts has bubbles that emboss on your drink when you take it through an embossing machine. This is the little inserts for the actual glass right there that you can cut out if you want. It also comes with hops, which is adorable, and that's just a die within itself. It doesn't have a stamp that goes with it. So very cute bundle. It is sold separately because it came out last year, so you will have to purchase both of, individual. You'll have to purchase them individual. I'll get that out in a minute. But you can check the actual products out on my website. The link is going to be attached to this video. Go on my website and type in Brewed for You and it will pop up instantly, and then it'll also show you the dies that pair with it. So my website is linked below. You can view the catalogs and see other projects and order products on my website. I do have a Facebook page if you want further inspiration with various stamp sets, and that's called Paper Peony, my business name. And then I also have an Instagram page called Peony by KJ, but it's relatively new, so there's not much on it yet. So, but for today, we are going to work with this stamp set or this bundle, and I find it very cute. I've got it for Father's Day, but for any beer lover out there, it would be a very cute card to send. You can also do various other projects with it, but we're going to do cards today. And I've already prepped a lot of this because it has to air dry, because I did want it to look like the drink was actual fluid. So, and I'll show you how I got that look. First of all, let's go ahead and let's do this one here first. We're going to do both. Okay, so let's put this right here so you can see it as a reference. Okay, so the first thing is you're going to mount your stamps on clear blocks. These are photopolymers, so it's really wise that you use a foam mat to stamp for extra cushioning, so you get a solid image. Now, I stamped my mugs on a transparency sheet because I wanted a very clear look. However, if you don't care about that crystal clear look, you can also do it on vellum, and vellum is going to give you this kind of look. And it's kind of like a frosted mug look, actually. So you might like that look, and you might want to try that out. This is on the vellum that we sell, but the transparency is like something that you would find in a photo center. So you can actually buy this at Walgreens or Walmart, wherever that has a photo center. Pretty much. So you're going to use StazOn the transparency or on the vellum because they're both non-porous products. So you definitely want to use StazOn for that. And what you're going to do is you're just going to ink your stamp really nice and juicy. And then because this is a slippery surface, you just want to make sure that your stamp doesn't shimmy on you when you stamp it, and then you have that nice crisp image. Okay, and you're going to do that same thing with the other glass for the other card. Okay, and then after you get yours stamped and then obviously ran through the die cut machine, okay, make sure that when you run it through the die cut machine, because this is a transparency, with this, the more the detail, the more you're going to want to crank it through your die cut machine. I ran this one through twice, and on the other mug just once because it wasn't so didn't have anything detailed on it. This one right here, so Pilsner glass. So anyway, you're going to stamp those on a transparency sheet for the glass part of it, and then I have a scrap piece of white here, basic white, and I'm using our new color Wild Wheat. And wild wheat is the beer color that I've chosen. Now on the flight, I've used various colors, and I'll go over those colors here in just a second. But you're just going to stamp these in the wild wheat, like so, okay? And it will dry to be that lighter color. It looks really dark there, but it will dry to look more like that color. And then you're going to take your die cut insert, these guys, and then die cut that out. Now when it goes through a die cut machine, it looks really cute. It's going to look like that. And as you can see, it makes a foam on the top. And then I don't know if you can see the bubbles right there, but it gives you those bubbles, which is kind of cool in your liquid. So, okay, so once you get those stamped and die cut, okay, then it's putting it together. And how you put these together, it's actually really, really simple. But because this is see-through, you don't want obvious glue marks on your image. So how I did this is I used our fine tip glue bottle, okay? And if this worked appropriately, then you would just use this needle and then put it on top of your stamped images here, and then put the overlay on top and be done with it. But because mine has got really nasty and crusted here, I just decided to open the bottle and use a Q-tip for this reason. We do sell this fine tipped glue, and it is very convenient for the small things, like if you have gemstones you want to glue down, or like those really, really tight little small spaces. It's perfect for that. Like if you die cut a word out, it's perfect for gluing those words down. But for now, what we're going to do is we're just going to take this and we're going to put this fine tip glue on top of the liquid that we just stamped. Making careful not to touch the white, because the ink will bleed onto that white, and you definitely don't want that. But then you're just going to put it down at the very bottom and just let it fall like so, and press at the very bottom of your mug. Okay, same as with the Pilsner glass. Just let it glue it down at the bottom, or press at the bottom, and then let it fall over and press right here on the very bottom of your glass, trying to avoid the foam, okay? And then you're done, and you're going to let that set and air dry for about 10 to 15 minutes, and then set it aside after that. Okay, so after we have that, I'm just going to kind of shimmy these over here so they air dry. And I already have mine already done for this part of the class or tutorial that I've done. So here is the card, okay? And then I also did I did a die cut on the beer foam, and that's just cut out and then pop dotted over the beer that we're about to do. So here is my card, and I've got everything pre-cut, and I'll tell you all the dimensions here in just a second. This is Misty Moonlight, and it is a 8.5 by 5.5, and then it's scored at 4 1/4, and that is what our card base is going to look like. This paper, this pretzel paper, is just awesome, and I'm going to show you the paper pack that this came out of. It's not in the designer series paper like with the sweets and stuff. This is an actual standalone paper pack. It is called something eclectic. I can't remember it's eclectic paper pack. But you have swans, and you get quite a bit of each one. This is a very thick paper pack. And then the back side is this, and you get, I want to say, 4 sheets of each one. You have tulips, and then this really fun yellow. You have the pink stripe with floral. You have the pretzel with the stripes, the rainbow. You have fun typewriter keys that you can actually cut out and make your own messages on your papers with the hearts. You have the fun flowers with the notebook. Looks like a log that you would use. The daisies with the lemons. You have this really fun plaid with floral, this really fun tribal with the library catalog like before, florals and dots and strawberries, just really fun geometric paper. So you get a lot of paper for your $1. So I know this is a $30 pack, but it's well worth it if you're wanting some fun eclectic paper to last you for a while. Okay, so I used the pretzels. When I saw the paper pack and saw the pretzels in it, I really instantly I was drawn to the beer and the pretzels. So what we're going to do is we are going to take this paper, because I don't like the color. I don't want it to be like a pinky color, obviously, because this is a male card, or a masculine card. So I took the pecan pie ink, which happens to be a new color, and I kind of used our blending brushes and kind of tapped into the pecan pie. And I kind of took a lot of that excess off because I don't want it to come on strong. And I just kind of blended it in just to kind of darken it up a little bit, because I want to take that pink look out of it. Okay, just like that. Okay. All right, so now we're ready to start building our background. Okay, and I'm going to use my Stampin' seal. It's like our tape runner that we sell, and it does come with refills, so you don't ever have to order, you don't have to buy a new one, just the refill. Okay, I'm just going to visualize that straight down like that. Then you have OL Yes. Now I'm going to go ahead and stamp this. That's a little big. Let me make sure this one works. I pre-cut these down. I measured them. Okay, now that one's fine, but this one is not, unless I've got it turned wrong, and I did. Okay, so that'll work. Okay, so that one's there, and then this one's here. Okay, so let's go ahead and glue this one down. This is where our die cut hops is going. Now this is a 2 1/8 by 2 5/8, the peacock color. And then the copper clay cardstock that I've got right here as the layer is 1/8 bigger on both sides. So you're just going to put that down. Just use a little bit of a gap down below, just so you have that blue on both sides. And then before you put this down, I'm going to go ahead and stamp the OL Yes on here, because I don't want, in case it's a mess up, I don't want to be stuck with it. I want to be able to flip it over if I have to. So I'm going to use Misty Moonlight, because that's my base of my card. And I'm going to stamp OL Yes in the Misty Moonlight. And because I know that this circle is going in the center, I'm going to go a little bit to the right so it's seen, okay? And then I'm going to come in and do the bubbles, the beer bubbles. Same thing. Now what I did with this is I kind of did a stamp off, because I did not want them to be strong looking. So what you're going to do is you're just going to stamp off and then stamp on. And then I kind of rotated it around and did it opposite direction. Okay, and so that is ready to go on the card. Okay, so let's get this here and glue it down, or adhere it down with our tape. Okay, and we just want that to kind of come up and be even with the pretzel paper. Like that. Okay, this is going to get pop dotted up, and now this is the Stylish Shapes dies, and it is using, let me show you this die set because it is beautiful. It's layered circles, layered squares, and banners, and so it's so highly, I mean, you will use this like all the time. So I use it all the time. It gives you that extra emphasis on the circle because it has a little preparation around the edges. So like, I want to say it's $30 for that die set, but it does such a great job. And I don't know if you can see those dots, but it's really, really cute. Okay, so you're going to use foam adhesive for this, and making sure that you get pop dots everywhere on it. So I'm just going to put, let's see, where do I want? Okay, this is the back side. So 3 or 4 will be a good number on this. And then take the backs off, and then just set that in the center of your card. And then I already have my beer mug put together, so I'm just going to put pop dots on the back of this one, and then put it in this kind of, not in the center, but kind of down, so I have enough room for the foam. Okay, the foam, same thing, you're going to pop dot it. Now, how you're going to do this, see how the foam is already attaching to that top? So you're going to put a pop dot on the actual bottom part of this. Let me get a little one, because, yeah, you don't want to put a big pop dot on that. So just visualize where you want it. Let me put that up here. Okay, and then I might just want to adhere that just a little on that. Let me put a pop dot on the back. Okay, and then there you have that. Okay, and then all that's left is I die cut 3 of these little hops, and then 4 leaves, and I just kind of scattered them on here and glued them down. So let's do that real quick. This would be a great time to use that fine tip glue, because then you won't have to worry about glue getting on your project. But I'm just going to glue these down real quick. And they'll air dry. And then I'll be able to go in later and fix the excess glue. Okay, and then this one's upside down. You kind of want to put some different direction on how they're facing. Okay, and then just glue your leaves down how you want them. And they don't have to be the same every time. You can, in fact, like on this one, I think I'll put 2 on this one, but then I'll put only 1 on this other one. So it's not affecting my stamped image. And there is the first card. Very cute, very simple, but very eye-catching. Okay, so there's that one. So let's move that aside. Okay, so this next one that we're going to bring in is, I call it the flight card, because it's truly like a flight of beer. So here is the card that we'll be doing. Okay, and this one, the base is pretty peacock, 8.5 by 5, or 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. Okay, and this is a horizontal card. Okay, And then this is a scrap piece of paper that I had, and it's not Stampin' Up. You can use any kind of wood plank paper. I cut these because obviously one was not long enough. I cut them in 1-inch strips along the wood planks. Okay, and it's just gonna go like in the center. Now I wanted the crease to be seen or known, so I kind of went off to the side of the center so it would be seen that but when you put the beer on there, you're really not gonna be able to see it anyway, so it doesn't matter. So, but these are glued down, but let's do the strips first. And then I went ahead and did all of my flights of beer already, so then that way we won't have to waste the time and do them right now. So, okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna take the copper clay, and I had a scrap piece here, so we'll use that to do the little strips. And then the wishing you a happy Father's Day, and because you totally deserve it, the sayings on this card come from 2 different sets. So we'll do that here in a second. But let's go ahead and do the strips. Okay, so for the strips, I just kind of went on my trimmer, and we have 2 little notches right here. And I just went up to the outline of this notch to the right and just trim that down. And that's how I knew what width that I was going to use. Now this might be just, actually let's go to the left of it instead of the right. Yes, that is more accurate. So that's, I told you wrong the first time. It's the left of that notch. And then that way you will have even widths on your stripes. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 is how many I use. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so 7 strips is what you need. Okay, so you're going to bring your card back in. And you're just going to start laying it and then layering it diagonally. So 3 are going to come down long, and then it's going to just taper in from there. So 3 here, and then the top 4 are not seen at all from the bottom. Okay, so we're just going to start. And to avoid getting glue on my table, I'm just going to come in and put a mat down. Okay, so this is making it easier. So you're just going to come in and just hold them down as you glue them down. And you're just going to go straight across. Putting even space in between each one. And the liquid glue will give you just a little bit of time to shimmy them around if you need to. So okay, so there's 4. Okay, and so now you want to make sure that you go down far enough that that these are starting to show. So just come down further. And I meant to tell you to leave a little bit of tail on the bottom, because what you're going to end up doing is you're going to nip the ends off. So you don't want them in fact, I'll go ahead and nip this one off right now. Okay, and you're gonna let that air dry just a little bit before nicking off the bottom. Okay, that one may just have to be like it is. Okay, so there's that. And I'm gonna come up here because it looks like I did not glue that one down. Okay, so the next step is to glue down our tabletop. And let's go ahead and do that. And just make sure that you have your 3 sticking up or sticking down. And I did not do this one centered, but that's okay. Just make sure that it evens up. Okay. And then you're ready to take some scissors, and I'm gonna take my bigger scissors, and I'm just gonna come through here, being careful not to cut your card or have them come unglued. And if you do have scrap sticking on your scissors, you want to get that out of the way before you cut the rest of your card. That way you don't have extra cutting going on. Okay, so now we have our card base done. Okay, so next is, let's go ahead and pop dot all of our drinks on here. We have the Guinness and we have, okay, and you're just gonna pop dot all of those on here. And I did 2 on each one, that way the bottom and the top both. And you're wanting to make sure your pop dots are just on that white piece that you stamped and not on the clear, because you want that glass to be totally clear. Okay, so it's best to start with a center one, that way everything is centered. So that one, and then you have this semi, and then you have the pale ale coming up. Okay, I went in a little bit further in on, further in on this one, or further out than the other one, but that's okay. Space that one. I never like doing 2 of the same, so it's definitely not going to be a Twinkie. Okay, and then there's that one. Okay. So you have your flight built, okay? So now all you gotta do is your sentiments, okay? And so what I did is I stamped in the copper clay, Because You Totally Deserve It is coming from the Charming Sentiments set that was designed by Lisa Curcio. And we're gonna come in and mount this on a clear block. Okay, and then stamp it. Okay, set that aside. And then we're gonna come in, and the other saying that I got is wishing you a happy Father's Day, and that comes from He's All That. And this is a Father's Day set as well, or a masculine set that is just phenomenal. And I used a different stamp out of this in a previous video for Father's Day, so check that out. It's using the Gone Fishing bundle. Okay, this is on actual, this is using this is a rubber set, so you don't have to use the foam with this as much as with the clear. Okay, so with this one, I kind of went straight to the edge, and you'll see why here in a little bit. If you have a straight edge, it's perfect because then your one side of your banner is already made for you. Okay, so then after that, I used our brand new 2 3/8 circle punch. I took this in, went all the way to the bottom because I only want the bottom circle part to come down like that, okay? So you're gonna come down as far as you can, and you're gonna punch that out, okay? And then on this other one, you're gonna use your trimmer on some of this. Okay, so let me set that back. So you're gonna come in and eyeball your banner and cut that straight away. Okay. And you may want to just trim that bottom up. If you don't get it perfect, then definitely come in and trim the bottom off, okay? Just like that. And then this, because I want a straight edge, you're just going to come in, put your circle in there, and cut a straight edge off the top of that circle, okay? And I eyeballed all of that. So, okay, so then on your card, you're going to just put this up and push that up against the tabletop and glue it down. And I use Tombow in this. Okay. Like so. And then with this one, with this little tag here, I just kind of visualized where the center was going and kind of just went in a V-type pattern. And then I'm going to pop dot this banner because I really want emphasis on the wishing you a happy Father's Day. Okay, and then you're just going to come up here and just kind of visualize where you want it. Put your banner on there. And there you have your second card. So I hope you enjoyed these cards because I had a lot of fun creating them. And so here is our Happy Father's Day, the flight card that I did. And then here is the OL Yes card. I have to laugh when I say that. So there's the 2 cards I have in this video. I hope you enjoy this video, and I hope that it tempts you to go in and actually purchase this set because it is a unique set. I love it. It's just very different. And check out my website. There may be something else that you might like as well. If you like this video, please hit like and subscribe on this YouTube channel because I am trying to get my YouTube channel up and a lot of likes so then I can go in and do Facebook Lives with you. So enjoy the rest of your day, and I hope to see you soon on my next tutorial. Have a great day. Bye-bye.